all right, all right. Let's see if we got this going correctly. Oh, knocked the cord out and everything starting over.
Unbelievable.
Hang on, I've almost got it right here. Just said unbelievable.
Give the man a football.
Yeah, unbelievable is the correct word. All right. Now it looks like the pod track is moving up and down. I believe Streamlabs is moving side to side.
Did you click record?
Record is now going on the pod track.
Thank God.
Although it's not recording.
Great day. Danny?
It's
Danny?
not. The button isn't working.
Danny?
Uh-oh. The button is not working.
Is the butt on? Is
no.
the butt up?
The butt's not up. Let's get the butt up.
No butt.
No butt.
Nobody can hear us.
Okay, now the butt is
Can people hear us?
Okay, you can talk for a second.
Hello, people? Danny? He can't find the record. Oh, wait. He found the record. He can't record.
No, it's not recording.
It's not recording. Danny?
No, it's not recording.
Danny?
I push the button say no.
Hello, Danny.
All right,
Unbelievable.
Hang on. I have a backup plan. I know things.
Oh, here we go.
This may work.
I hear you. Danny H has it recording.
Yeah, well, Danny H is supposed to be. Danny is
What?
supposed to be the backup recording. I'm supposed.
Are
to
you
going to
be moving him in so he can do the...
I'm going to have to fly him in just for these sessions here.
Unbelievable.
Okay, so that seems to be good there. Let's try this one more time here. OTR, off the record is off the record is off the record. It looks like that could go here. And if it does, all right, now I'm not sure if this is even going to record. Let's see. Okay, it says it's in there. It says it's an MP3 file. Let's eject. Can we eject? Eject, no name.
Unbelievable.
All right. Over here and put this in there.
Hey, we're going live.
You guys are going live?
We are live.
It's off the record.
Oh.
Paranormal
Vadio,
stories, Bigfoot.
vadio only. Audio.
All right.
When did you guys start doing this?
Now,
Like
this is
a
our
month
11th
ago?
episode.
2 months ago?
No shot.
The bad news
I'm
is
off the record?
yeah.
And you're off the record?
Yeah.
Yes.
The,
Then
ba-
how do people know we're there?
the bad news is it says there's only 50 minutes of recording time.
Oh.
I'm not sure what to do with that.
Wow, you're really prepared.
50. Well, the disc always worked. Everything was where it's supposed to be. I didn't change it.
Everybody, he didn't even check.
Yeah, I did. The disc was in. It says it was good, and all of a sudden, when I press the button, it goes, "Sorry, dude, ain't recording today. We don't feel like it."
Wow.
Hang on, I may still have another way out of this.
As he rifles through his Ziploc bag.
Of hard drives.
So, October 1st. Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't
It
you know?
is.
That's what's causing this problem. It's all the October 1st problem.
October 1st. And he tells Shy and I to get our act together
I
for
did.
off the record.
Everything was in there the way it was supposed to be.
And we
Don't
did fine. We're ready.
So was I. This just messed up when I pressed the button. This is like everything working, and then you walk in, there's a power failure.
Yeah. Should have had a plan B, like Shiloh just said.
My plan B is to have my wife talk while I do this, which is a terrible plan B.
It is a bad plan.
All right, I'm going to move this into here. Let's try that. Move this into there. Then I got all my recordings saved there, and I'm just going to go ahead and bump.
Oh, fucking trippy.
Fucking trippy. God damn it. This is what happens. This is goddamn what happens. All right, so
Forgot to clear the damn SD card again. That's what Danny says.
I did clear it. It just doesn't work. It's like no.
Okay.
This is really fucking weird.
Oh my goodness.
Well, this SD card won't let me do anything. It's like it's turned off. I'm trying to take something out, put something on. I said, no. You know what? This is why off the record is off the record. Because right now there are paranormal things stopping us from proceeding, man.
Dude says it's the gremlins.
It is. It's something like that. Well, it's October 1st. Did you? Now I won't even read the fucking card. All right. I'm about done. You know what? Did you get one of the gremlins wet? Did you feed it after midnight? Because that's what it feels like. It feels like we started October right on time.
I know better than to do any of that.
Well, something's happened, and long as in case not that, boy, this is going to create a big fucking mess over here. But I just got to find if we got one. I don't have one more SD.
Taz wants to know, is this what happens when Plan B becomes Plan A and Plan B fails?
Yep. This is what happens when monkey fucks the foot. I don't have another SD card in here, so
Are you shitting me?
No.
There's one underneath your screen. Unbelievable. They're laying around here, you guys. Here's another one.
Is there?
Yeah, they're just floating around on your desk.
Well, I did not know that.
Dog Company Ranger, $10. Damn, I wish this was a garage show. I have to work on my stupid ass Ram with the death wobbles. And I love to debate the general why turbocharged diesels don't need exhaust scavenging. That will be Friday.
That would be Friday, my fine.
Garage show will be Friday. It may possibly be at the Foxhole. We haven't decided, have not confirmed or denied or any of that
Well, you
stuff.
wouldn't let me go out and play today because you said I was going to be playing on Saturday.
You've been gone for 2 days.
I know. So you wouldn't let me go and do my stuff, so I can't do my stuff.
Wow, Shy. The very first completely Shiloh-produced story show has gone off the rails.
Off the fucking rails, not even close.
Somehow it's her fault.
It's fucking Trippy's fault. God damn hillbilly. All right, let's see if I can put this on that disc. No, it won't even let me access the disc, so nothing's going to record. All we can do is record. I have it recorded on Streamlabs, so there is a chance that the entire thing can be recorded. According to Streamlabs, we're already 11 minutes in.
And your number 2 has the backup plan.
Yeah. All right. One last thing here. Let's try this. One last thing.
Oh my goodness.
One last thing here. Go back there and go here. Okay, we're back. Now, this may actually work out to be pretty good. All right, so
let's start the show then.
okay, let's do that, honey. Are
That's
you ready?
your job.
Are you ready to start the show?
Whenever you're ready.
All right, let's try this.
I was ready 15 minutes ago.
Well, it's actually 12 minutes ago. I'm watching the timer. It's 12 minutes ago, just so you know. Okay, here we go. We're going to begin the show right now. Bigfoot. Aliens from outer space. There are stories out there that have haunted us for generations. Ordinary people put in terrifying situations. Sometimes the unexplained is stranger than the books we read. Do you have a story? An unsolved mystery? Lock yourself away with us for the next hour and let's talk about it. Nothing is too far. Nothing is off the table. You want to be heard? You want your story out there? Or do you just want someone to believe you? Well, then let's talk. I've got time and you've got a story. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Find the courage to call us or just listen in while we work through the stories of regular people just like you, reliving extraordinary situations. It's time to go off the record. One hell of an intro. One hell of an intro.
Oh,
Now, do you see? Was that worth the wait?
did everybody hear it?
I don't know.
Did anybody hear the intro? Oh, Sandy says very cool intro.
I don't know if they heard the intro or not. I can't tell.
That was awesome. Dean Roddering goes awesome.
Oh, I got to get my pea popper. I ordered a pea popper. The pea popper is going to be here in the mail. You know those big ones we have that go in front of the microphones? I can't use those because then it hides my face. But I found a 3-inch one, so I ordered that one. So now I can use my pea popper, and my peas won't pop while we're talking here, and then I can redo my intros. And
All right. Everybody on YouTube said that was damn good.
Thank you. So that was worth the wait. See, we had a little delay. We were behind all the bitching and whining you did, and look, it still came out okay. That's right. People still love me. So shut up.
Unbelievable.
All right. So, why don't you do a little bit of an intro, tell them what we're doing here, what Off the Record is all about while I look through the phone.
This is not my gig, man.
Okay. Well,
Did you pull up the sheet that Shiloh and I made for you?
yeah. No, I got the sheet.
You're supposed to have it.
So what do I do? How do I tell if there's a new message versus an old message? I got to look real quick. And
Why?
Well, because people may be saying some stuff
You
here,
know
man.
what? There have been people that have been added to the list. This is your show. Talk to your producer. Your producer
Okay.
put this show together.
I'm just saying. Someone was please tell us the world isn't flat. I want to have a flat earther call me and debate and tell me why the earth is flat. Okay, so there's one in here. We got a couple things in here. If I don't get to you on the phone, which is a 267 area code, you just chimed in. Good topic in here. If I don't get to you, what I'm going to do is I'm going to refer you to our producer because we have some stuff lined out for tonight. 267 area code. If it doesn't happen, then we'll make sure she contacts you and get you figured out. The world is flat or isn't flat. 630 area code. That's a good one too. And then the other one from earlier today, has the general heard what's happening in Dearborn, Michigan? And yes, you can call. If we run out of stuff, we run out of guests, we'll call you. And then if not, then these three people right here, I will refer you to Shiloh Ferguson.
Exactly.
I'll give her your number. And make sure you give me your email, 267 area code, 630 area code. And Justin, text me your email that if I don't get to you, we have a way to contact you because Shiloh probably won't call you from her phone. She has an old 976 number, and if she calls you, it actually charges you $4 a minute to talk to her. So that's it's kind of expensive.
Unless your story's really worth it.
Then we'd pay it. Yeah, if your story's really worth it, we'd pay the $4 a minute. Hello, I'm Shiloh.
That's right.
What's your story?
Are you out of this world?
Are you out of this world? All right. So what we do is we now have a producer for the show, Shiloh Ferguson, on staff here. And we have a guest to call. Now, the first one is someone you guys know. It's a name you guys know. She's been part of the Gen X Talks family for quite some time. I don't know that I've talked to her on the phone. Maybe do you know Deanna?
You have spoken to her.
I think maybe we did. She's in the 513 area code, but she has a story. I got a little note here. I got a note on what it is, and it might be worth talking about if we can just get her to focus and calm down and relax. Take a deep breath, have a drink, and let's lay one down here. Now, let me go ahead and call Deanna. Let's get her. Well, did we start the show yet?
You just did your intro. Would you kind of do what you do and tell people what the hell we're doing here?
Welcome to it's not the World Show. We did that earlier. Welcome to Off the Record with the General. Now, what this is paranormal. Do you have a ghost story? Do you have a story about Bigfoot? Were you abducted by aliens and probed for hours and hours and then returned to Earth with a story? I want to hear it. I know I'm kind of weird that way. If you guys have there's a lot of weird stories out there. Some of them are premonitions. Some of you guys have seen some things, floating objects.
Is this not on the radio?
Yeah, I put it on the radio.
People, I'm hearing Motley Crue playing on KGXT radio right now, Danny says. And
let me look.
Mary says it's only on YouTube. Unbelievable. You're fired.
Hang on. No, it should have been out there. I pressed the button. The button is going.
People that are listening on the radio, if you're on Discord, could you let me know?
I pressed the button. Even says recording. Do you want the recording to stop? So let's check real quick. Streaming settings.
It was still music when y'all started, Chris Wilson said.
Okay, hang on. Okay, again, it says it's going. Can you guys hear us on the radio now? KGXT Radio? KGXTradio.com. Do you guys hear us now?
I'm waiting to hear.
Hello. Making sure we're back on there. Please, if you do hear us on the radio, please put that up in YouTube and everywhere else. Let people know that we're on the radio. It says we're streaming right now. And the volume is moving with me, so it's working on my end.
5x5. We hear. Okay, we're good.
Why it didn't go before? It was the same, but
thank you guys so much. Okay, let's try this again. 20 minutes into the broadcast.
We are 19 minutes into the episode, and we haven't even said hello.
Unfucking believable.
All right. So
Let's start from the very beginning.
It's a very good
place. Let's not.
Don't.
I don't know. It's up to you.
So not the beginning.
Your show, dude.
It's a really good beginning.
Go ahead.
All right, I'm going to play it one more time. Then we're going to start the whole show. I promise. No, you guys will like it. It's really
This first 20 minutes was just kidding.
No, just fucking around. The show really starts at 6:23, so you're right on schedule, everybody. Bigfoot. Aliens from outer space. There are stories out there that have haunted us for generations. Ordinary people put in terrifying situations. Sometimes the unexplained is stranger than the books we read. Do you have a story? An unsolved mystery? Lock yourself away with us for the next hour and let's talk about it. Nothing is too far. Nothing is off the table. You want to be heard? You want your story out there? Or do you just want someone to believe you? Well, then let's talk. I've got time and you've got a story. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Find the courage to call us or just listen in while we work through the stories of regular people just like you, reliving extraordinary situations. It's time to go off the record. I'm telling you, that is a great fucking intro. Welcome to Off the Record with the General. That's right. And we got Gen X Mom, your queen, here sitting with me. Off the Record is a show that we do every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Los Angeles time. We broadcast from the Loop Studios in Minden, Nevada, and we talk about the paranormal. Well, we don't talk. We do a lot of listening. You guys call in and tell us your ghost stories. You tell us your premonitions. You tell us your Bigfoot stories. I don't care if you were dating Bigfoot in the Bermuda Triangle and all of you were abducted by aliens. I want to know. Especially if you were dropped off at Area 51, because they have a great concession stand, I heard, and I want to hear all about the concession stand at Area 51. Do they use Heinz ketchup there, or is it some knockoff government ketchup?
That's where all the green ketchup went.
Oh, well, see, I wouldn't have known that had you not told me. So it's important you guys let me know what's going on. Now, what you do is normally you would call us or text us. You give us a text at 805-460-5603. Shiloh Ferguson is our producer. She has some guests lined up. We did have one cancellation, so we might have some more room. But I'm going to talk to the guests that we have lined up, and anybody who gives us a text, 805-460-5603, I might have room at the end of the show to give you a call. We can put you live on the radio. You can discuss what's going on your end. KGXTradio.com simulcasting tonight on YouTube, X, and Rumble. I didn't tell anybody that until right now. So now the staff and producers are going, what the fuck is he talking?
Dragon Slayer Jade is going, oh shit. This is our first produced show.
It is our first produced show. The fuck ups for the first 20 minutes of this.
It's totally you.
I wasn't going to put it that way.
Oh, it's totally you.
I was going to say, it's not our producer's fault. Come on, give her a break. We know who to blame. It's Trippy Pineapple. No, I'm not saying it's his fault. I'm just saying I'm blaming him. There's a difference there. You got to hang out with me to understand the rules. Okay. Was that a better intro?
Yes.
Was that completely. I included Gloop Studios in Northern Nevada and the radio station. I did the whole thing. Plus, I blew it on you guys that were actually on X and Rumble, even though there's only 3 people watching on each place because it's late at night and nobody cares.
And your nephew Easton is listening, so don't scare him before he goes to bed.
I'm not going to scare. Easton's a tough kid. He'd be fine with that. I could tell him some ghost stories and he'd be okay. I'll save the blood and gore till he turns 17. All right. So what we're going to do, the first person on the list, I do actually have a sheet of paper in front of me, my formerly nicotine-stained fingers. Nice pull for those of you who know. We talktalked about Deanna at 513 area code. All right. I'm sure she's more than ready now because I've given her 20 minutes. She's had 2 beers during this time. She's ready to go. So let's give her a call. We're locked in. We're dialed in. Let's get the number here. Bump, 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 bump. We start with an area code, which is 1513, and then blah, 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 0. Okay, did you get that? Good.
Blah, blah, blah.
And a 0 at the end. All right, let's get her on the phone.
How old is Easton?
He's 13, 14?
Junior high?
Yeah, 13 or so.
I believe.
Good evening.
Well, hello, Deanna. How are you, dear?
I am doing just wonderful. How are you?
Good. Now, you don't have me on a headset or on speakerphone, right?
No, I do not.
Okay.
I know better.
It was a little bit hard to hear. I'm going to turn up your gain a little bit on my end, so just make sure you speak clearly into that phone. All right. Now, Deanna, I have a couple notes in here. Talked about what you want to talk about tonight. I got to tell you, I'm interested. It's a little bit of an interesting story here. But why don't you set the table for the rest of us? Why don't you let us dim the lights? We're all going to pull up a chair. You have our undivided attention. Let us know how long ago this was, how old you were, kind of the background on where this began. You can take your time. There's no rush. As you can tell, I've already fucked up the first 20 minutes of the program. So, it's all good things from here. You can't do any worse than what I just did.
We'll see. So my husband and I bought our house in December of 2019. We did a few things to improvement, so we didn't actually move in until probably April. And we kept hearing what sounded like a CB radio. We don't have one.
Oh.
Okay.
And we dismissed it as, people going up and down the road, that sort of thing. And a previous owner of the house had actually finished the basement, so our master bedroom was actually in the basement, underneath the living room. So one night, I'm laying in bed, and he's upstairs in his man cave playing video games.
As one does.
And we hear this voice. Right. And we hear this, we both heard this voice in the living room. And it was this voice that just out of nowhere, well, how are you? And it was the tone of seeing somebody you hadn't seen in a really long time.
Yeah.
Old friend, old acquaintance. And then I move around and I'm thinking, okay, I heard something on his game. We talked about it the next morning, and no, it wasn't on his game.
But wait a minute. You said he heard it too.
Yeah. He had heard it
okay,
too.
Well, you thought it was coming from his area? Did he think it was coming from your area? What did he think?
And he thought it was in the living room. He thought somebody broke in.
Oh.
Wait a minute.
So,
wait. Time out. So you hear a voice. You hear a voice from the living room that says, "Hey, how are you?" And you think someone broke in? That's someone's opening line when they break into your house.
You know what? We live in Methbury, okay? We live in Methbury, so that wouldn't be out of the realm.
Okay, I thought you were going to say, "Well, my husband isn't the smartest man, so."
She's probably going, well, yeah, that's true too.
Occasionally, he has his moments.
That's so funny. You hear a voice from the living room. "Hi, how are you?" He's going, "Goddamn meth heads broke into the house again. I'm playing a video game, goddammit."
Oh my God.
All right, go ahead.
That actually sounds about right, yeah.
Hey, how are you?
I interrupted the story. I do apologize. It just, my dumb mechanic.
You're fine.
Remember, I'm just a dumb mechanic in the middle of the desert. When you say things, it just hits my brain a little differently. Okay, I'm sorry. Voice upstairs.
My brother is the dumb mechanic in the middle of the woods, so right. I get it. It's all good.
There's two of us. Good. Okay, continue, Deanna, please. I do apologize.
So the next day I see my neighbor outside, and she has lived in her house for over 50 years. And she's not really into the paranormal stuff, but I was asking her kind of about it anyway, that we had heard the CB radio and stuff, and she said, well, the only person I can think of would be Tanker. And I'm like, okay, which is a nickname. And Tanker? I'm like, I know this name.
Who's
I know
Tanker?
this name. That actually was my husband's grandpa's best friend.
Okay, your husband's grandfather's best friend was named Tanker.
Right.
Okay, I'm with you.
We unknowingly bought his house, what used to be his house before he passed away.
Okay, all right.
That's how we found out that we bought his house.
Oh.
Wow. And what did you make? Is there more to this? Is that the only time?
So is that Tanker the one that was talking to you?
That's the only thing we can think of, because the last time that he had seen my husband was very young. So that's the only thing we can think of with the tone of voice and everything. That's the only person we could think it would be.
Interesting. Nobody can verify that? You didn't ask anybody? Like...
Was that like his opening line when he came to a barbecue? Hi, I'm Tinker. Hi, how are you?
Well, it was kind of the put the clues together, because that's how Tanker and my grandpa's husband met, was actually over the CB radio.
Okay, I have to ask a question that is burning in the brains of everyone listening to this program right now. Just got to clear the air on one thing. I don't mean to ask it in a negative way, but I do got to ask.
No, you're fine.
All right, since you brought it up, I do got to ask. There really wasn't a meth head in your living room, was there?
No, there was not.
Okay. All right. I'm just trying to cover all
not.
the bases of the story here, because we never did really say that there wasn't somebody there, you know.
Oh my gosh,
I'm
really?
it just everyone's thinking it. I just said it out loud.
Now
What do you
that's
want?
the ghost I want in my house. Hey, how you doing?
Good. You want a beer? Hey.
Yeah, come on in. That's the one I want to visit me.
All right. So let me ask you this, Deanna. In seriousness, you had a bunch of things that happened prior to that, like you kept thinking you heard CB radio type noises before you moved in, and then you heard that. Was there anything else after that happened? Anything at all?
There were other things that happened, but I don't believe it was in relation to him specifically, because we do live next to a cemetery.
Oh shit!
Well, you're asking for this kind of stuff. Come on, you kind of brought this on yourself. If you know, that's like
That's like opening your front door and go, come on in.
you bought a house at the doorway to the gates of the paranormal, and you can't be surprised when all this shit comes up. Come on.
Well, my husband and I both grew up in haunted houses anyway, so this is pretty normal for both of us, actually.
Hold on a second. You grew up at what made it a haunted house? Let's start with you. Just give me one.
Here's the weird part. Mom and Dad actually built our house, so we had ghosts that were on the property that we would see. There was a lady like 2 houses up from us, but like we had the same ghost walk through our house all the time. The ghost would actually sit and have coffee with the neighbor. Apparently, that was before I was born, so
what?
I don't know how much I can verify that one.
Well, now I want to know if that ghost took cream or sugar. I'm just saying. Now, I want you to listen to how she.
I don't know.
I want you to listen to how Deanna started that story. When you said, "Tell me about your haunted house," you completely glassed over the casualness. She says, "Well, now, you know, my mom and dad built our house, so we had ghosts there." Like
we all have
like
them.
we all have, like,
yes.
Yeah, she said it so casually, like, okay, let me just start out by saying my mom and dad built my house, so we have ghosts, of course. Now this is a different one, but I mean, she glazed over it like everyone knows this, don't you? You know, if you build your own house, you know, if you hammer the hammer into the wood with your own hands, the ghosts hear it and they show up. I mean, she said it so casually, like I'm supposed to know that
like
already.
we all have them.
You know, my mom and dad built a house, so of course we had ghosts. Now, this particular one was from up the street. Like, whoa, back up. What?
Yeah, wait, what?
How do you automatically have ghosts because your parents built the house, Deanna?
Well, they were on the property to begin with. That was just, it was unrelated, I guess.
Wait, what do you mean they were on the property?
Hanging out in the field going, don't build, we're going to build a house here.
Or were they having a bonfire or something?
And a ghost is standing there going, dude, I'm standing there and you're going to build a house right here. Me and my ghost, we're hanging out here. Build across the street.
What?
This story just gets weirder and weirder, Deanna. I'm telling you.
Were they roasting marshmallows or something? Singing Kumbaya?
And if her parents knew there were ghosts there, they're like, fucking, I'm building right here on top of you assholes. You better move. I'm built. You see me with my hammer and nails and this load of lumber? We're coming in, baby. Move out of the way.
Wow.
Oh.
Well, it was, my grandma sold that half of the farm to my dad. So yes, Dad already knew that there was stuff that went on before they built.
Wow. So. Do you have any idea? Like, I'm going to ask something very off the record. Is there any research, like, going back that something was built there or something happened there?
Yeah,
or is there historical something?
She's asking, why were there all the ghosts on there to begin with? If you know.
I am not sure. I have tried to do digging on some of the older spirits that are there, and I haven't been able to come up with anything.
Interesting.
You know what you might need to do?
So they could have followed somebody home.
Yeah, they could have. Well,
possibly. They like that part of the land.
ghosts are like puppy dogs.
Yeah.
If you take one home, you can't get rid of it. You know what you might do is ask older people in the neighborhood if there's whoever the oldest person is alive,
Yeah,
or
for
even
sure.
in that town. You know, if there's some old codger around that town, just talk to him and say, "What do you know?" He may have some stuff that he's just dying to tell somebody. You know.
Oh, that would actually be my dad. So
Oh, there
my
you go.
dad is the old codger.
Then you better sit him down and tell him it's time to spill it,
That's
man.
right. Get him a couple beers and say,
Yeah.
"Look, the tape recorder's going, man. Let's just lay it all out one time."
Wow. So wait,
Yeah.
I have one other question. You said that
Sure.
the house the ghost came and visited. What'd they do? Just like walk through your house?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw one of them woke up in the middle of the night and she was walking through the living room.
Okay, what did she look like? I need to know details. What do you remember?
She looked a lot like my mom. So she had darker brown hair, glasses, and a night dress on. I don't remember exactly
But did it look like
what the night dress looked like.
Did it look like a real person, or was it kind of green and glowing like Scooby Doo? You know, ghost.
It was definitely not green and glowing,
Okay, good.
but looked more like a person, but definitely transparent. Like
Oh, like
you
a
could
ghost.
see through. Yeah.
Cool.
Wow.
Did this person say anything?
No, just walked through the living room and then vanished.
Wow, I would have tried to say something. I would have
Oh, it went stop.
I would have tried to tackle the ghost and go, "Don't leave! I want to talk to you. Don't leave! Please don't leave!" I don't know.
Well-
You're in shock, I bet, at the moment.
Yeah, it definitely surprised, I think, 8-year-old me at that point.
Whoa.
Oh, but did this happen often?
Yeah. There were not just her. Her name specifically was Madeline,
How do you know that?
How do you know the
But-
ghost's name was Madeline?
because that's what my mom told me.
Well, your mom had a relationship with this ghost to some
Yeah.
degree. I mean,
Maybe she had coffee with this ghost.
or there is the
That could
possibility,
be. I don't know.
or there is the possibility this particular ghost had a name tag. We don't know. We don't
yeah.
know because she could
Maybe a book bag.
there could have been a little tag that says, "Hi, my name's Madeline.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm here to scare you."
Maybe.
Yeah.
So there were multiple ghosts that walked through the house.
Wow.
Yeah.
The same
actually,
way?
They're
The same floor of the
No,
house,
not
the
the
same
same-
room?
Yes and no.
Okay.
There was one. This is actually a really, really sad story. I was about 2 years old, and there was a little girl who was murdered, and her body was dumped in the creek across the road from our house.
Oh,
Ouch.
that's not good.
No. And then after that, I acquired a new quote unquote imaginary friend that just happened to have the same name
Ooh.
Wow.
as the little, yeah.
Did
And
you,
I, of course, being 2, I didn't really know anything.
yeah. How would you know? Yeah. You don't know.
Yeah.
It's just someone new to
Yeah.
talk to or to play with.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's
What can I ask?
So-
What part of the country you live in, Deanna? You don't have to tell anybody specifically if you don't want to.
Southeast Indiana.
I want to go there. I do. I just want to go and walk around. I just want to walk the property, and at midnight, I want to be sitting outside in a chair, just asking, "Hello, anybody out there?" I mean, I do. I know I shouldn't, but I do.
Oh, they'll come up and talk to you for sure.
Oh my God, I am coming out. May I come to your house for a few days in summer, please? Can I come out there?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
come
going.
on out.
I'm going. You don't have to come outside, honey. You can stay inside the house. I'm gonna sit outside.
She said they go through the house.
I want to go out. I want to invite him back. I want to go to their turf. I want to go to the edge of the cemetery and go, "I'm here. Hello, hello."
Party in the cemetery.
I'm telling you, I am not
Oh.
going to take pictures. I'm not going to create harm. I'm not going to expose anything. I will go quietly in my underwear if I have to. I just want to talk to him. That's how bad I want to go.
Wow.
True. It's a true story.
So the house with the cemetery and mom and dad's house are not the same house.
No, I know.
Those
I
are
kind of,
two different. Yeah. Okay.
I caught on to that, but still, You said your house is spooky and you got a cemetery. I'm going there.
That's fine.
Although, how far away is mom and dad's house, even if someone else lives in it?
About 15 minutes. And actually, mom and dad still live there and we still own the property.
Okay, then see, man, now we're going for 3 or 4 days. I got 2 places to visit at midnight.
No, you got to go have coffee with the ghost.
Got to go have coffee. Got to find Madeline with the coffee. I'm going to bring some coffee and hanging outside. Deanna, this has been so much fun talking to you. It really has. What a great story. I love that. Now I have a place I want to go.
I've got all of them.
Oh, she's got more. Yeah. Well, you'll have to come up next week.
We have all the stories.
Well, I may call
because we've got stories. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, I may call you back. I want to try to get another caller in. And since you got stories, you're kind of my go-to girl now. It's like I can call her up and say, well, everything fell through tonight. We're going to call Deanna.
Yeah. Well, and I can always kick my husband out of bed too, because he grew up in a haunted house too. And he's got crazy stories too.
Yeah.
So.
That's not even, that's going to happen. You're just going to have to tell him. You can say you can get out of bed the easy way or the hard way, but your ass is getting in here and talking to the general.
Hey, ZZ Top Beard, wake your ass up.
That's right.
There we go.
Well, Deanna, I'm going to let you go. I am saving your number. Shiloh Ferguson, and we're going to make more time to call back. Thank you for being a wonderful guest. Those were great stories. I laughed so hard with those. Thank you for being a good sport about that, too. And I really do appreciate you letting us call you tonight.
Hey, no problem. Anytime you want to call me.
Thank you, dear. We'll talk soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. What a great story.
That was cool.
That was really good.
Awesome.
We started to lose the signal a little bit, so that's why I put the phone up here and had you open the door, I was going to have you open the window, too, anything to get this thing through here. All right, let me see. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, there was one in here. Guys, have a wonderful show. I have to hit the bed. Apologize for the confusion. You guys are awesome. There's a 267 area code, but we can call him back.
Okay.
Call that person back on a different show. Okay. So let me go to the next one here down the list. That was Deanna. Like I said, she's been around the Gen X Talks family for a long time. All right. Now this one is really weird because I'm not sure how much of a paranormal story this is, or if this is just I got the shit scared out of me at 13. The notes in here say, at 13 years old, I was near Mount St. Helens when it exploded, May 18th, 1980. I remember it like it was yesterday. Good story for a random night. I'm thinking tonight is that random night. Let's give... It's your buddy. It's one of your friends.
All right.
Firewoo Dart. Let's give them a call. Let's see if we can hear that. I do want to hear that. I remember when Mount St. Helens exploded. My aunt lived very close to there, and she sent me a jar of ashes from it. And I carried it around in Mr. Rennie's class when we were in 6th grade for like 3 months. I carried this jar around, showing everybody. I got Mount St. Helens. I don't
remember that.
No, you wouldn't be interested, but I showed you, I showed Ann, I showed everybody. None of the girls cared. All the guys thought it was the coolest thing ever in 6th grade. All right, we're dialing. It is one, enter code, and then it is That's the numbers, and punch in 0. Yeah, both numbers, both phone people we called ended in 0. I think that's important. All right, let's get a call. Let's see if we can get some good signal in here, and fire woo dart. And let's see. No ring.
General, sir.
There he is, my man. All right, listen.
What's going on?
Just hanging out. I'm just hanging out being me. It's the only thing I'm good at anymore. So I got to do this. I got to stick with it.
Yeah, well, everybody's got to have a hobby.
Yeah, believe me, that's nothing more than a hobby being me. I'm not even good at it. I can't even get to pro status. So listen. I got some notes here. Yours actually have the longest notes of all. I told our producer, just give me a couple notes on what's going on. You got 13 paragraphs in here. I could probably read it to you, and I'd be giving you the story for tonight, but I don't want to do that.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much the whole story. I got tired of telling it and leaving parts out, so I just did it, put it in my notes, and anytime anybody asks, I just go, there.
Copy and paste. Go, here's your story. You just tell them, read this in my voice, and it's the same thing.
Yes, yes, exactly.
All right, listen, I would like anything that has to do with Mount St. Helens because I had a connection with that. Like I said, my aunt and uncle and a couple of cousins, well, one was born by then, were very, very close. In fact, they sent me ash from Mount St. Helens in a jar. They mailed it to me, and that's how close they were. Their whole entire property was covered in feet of ash. It was cooled down, from what I understand, by the time it got to them, so it didn't burn anybody, but it was, it killed a lot of chickens, and, people couldn't breathe. They did have to evacuate, and then they came back, but so there's a little bit of a connection for me there, but I've always been fascinated with it. A few years back, I finally saw someone put online, or the first time I ran into it, kind of a live footage of it collapsing and blowing up. And when I saw that mountainside, that entire mountainside move, even watching it, 40 years later scared the shit out of me. I can't imagine the noises and the things that must have happened to anybody that was within 50 miles of that thing. The ground had to just shake and the trees had to feel like they were coming undone. But I would love to hear this story. So give us a little bit of background. We already know what year it was. It was May 18th, 1980. Why don't you tell us how old you were and what you were doing in the vicinity? And the floor is yours, my friend.
So it was my dad and my stepmom. They got rooked into the, what is it, timeshare thing.
Yeah.
It's like, come listen to our little spiel and stay in our place and we'll give you a prize.
Right.
So as they figured, it's a free weekend at a campground. We sit and listen to their spiel. They give us something cheesy, but we got a free camping trip. Okay, great. So we went up and did this. I don't remember. I think we went up Friday after work, like a KOA, KOA campground type place.
Sure, yeah.
And we were in Randall, Washington. So if you look at a map, and you look at the way the mountain blew, Randall is just north and just east of the blowout side of the mountain.
Okay, I don't remember which side of the mountain blew out. I'm thinking it was the southeast side, but am I wrong on that? Which side blew out?
No, if you're looking, I was looking at the map earlier because I wanted to make sure that I remembered exactly where Randall was at.
Right.
And so Randall is on the north side of the mountain.
Okay. And which side blew out?
North and the north side.
Okay, so it did. So it blew in the direction you were.
Yes.
Okay.
We were less than 50 miles. I'm thinking we were closer to 30 miles from the actual blast zone. We were out of any area that was restricted. So
right.
We weren't in any restricted area or anything else. So we went up, did our camping thing. Saturday came along. Dad and stepmom went up to the little clubhouse, did their little thing. They got their little prize, blah, blah, blah. So we get up Sunday morning. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous Sunday morning. We're right on the bend of the river in the campground. We get done eating breakfast. We're packing up all our stuff and putting it on the end of the picnic table to pack it back into the car.
Right.
Okay, mind you, I think it was a 1973 red Pinto station wagon.
Wow. Do you know why that freaks me out?
Why?
Because there is a very famous story about a guy who didn't make it out he was too close. He was a photographer. And he was too close, and he raced out of there on those roads at like 60 miles an hour, and the soot still caught him, and the blast still caught him and killed him, and he was driving a red Pinto wagon. Holy shit!
There's a picture out there that's a very well known. You can find it anywhere, of a red Pinto station wagon with a motorcycle attached to on a tow.
Yep.
That same car.
Yep.
Same car, just take the motorcycle off the back of it.
What are the
That's what it
chances
was. It was a red.
What are the chances there's going to be two of those in Mount St. Helens? I mean, come on.
It was the 80s. It was a Pinto. Everybody had one.
Hey, I got to be honest with you.
Things.
My first car was a red Pinto, but not a wagon. So, all right, we're all in the same boat. All right, continue.
So we were getting everything packed up on the end of the table to get ready, put everything back in the car. And we hear this really, really, really loud, at the time, thunderclap. And we're kind of standing there. It's like, oh shit, is it going to start raining? It's like, crap, we have to get our shit together. Well, I look up and there is a cloud. I mean, the darkest, thickest, nastiest cloud that you've ever seen in your life roll right at treetop level. I'm not talking, it looks like treetop level. It is at treetop level.
Wow.
Dad tosses me the keys and says, hey, why don't you see if you can find a radio station? And I put the keys in the car and I'm listening. And it's like, nothing. So I'm standing there and I've got my arm on top of the car. And all of a sudden I start getting pelted like hail. It's like, well, shit, wow. And I'm looking up at this cloud and it's starting to get dark. And I look down at my arm and it's gray. It's
Wow.
not, it's little gray pellets. And it's like, I turned around and looked at Dad and said, I think that might be the mountain. He went, I think you might be right. And we took it. Dad jumped in the Pinto, backed the rest of the way up to the picnic table. We literally just shoved everything in as fast as we could. I bailed in the back. Dad and my stepmom jumped in. It is now dark.
Wow.
I'm not talking dark in the city with some lights. I'm talking dark in the desert with the most cloud cover you've ever seen, where there's not a star in the sky or anything. I mean,
Holy
pitch
shit.
black. So now this has all been a matter of 10 minutes.
Yeah, minutes,
maybe?
right? It's got to be just happening in minutes.
Yeah, maybe 10 minutes. So we jump in the car. It's pitch black. We're going to go up to, we got to make our way out of this campground. So we go up to the clubhouse and we get up there and see some cars and some people. Well, between the campsite, it couldn't have been, I don't know, it couldn't have been a quarter of a mile, eighth of a mile at the most.
Yeah.
And we get up to the clubhouse and it's, there's inches of ash now on the ground. Anywhere from, I couldn't tell you, I originally wanted to think maybe a couple inches, but it could have been up to 6 inches. We were plowing what felt like snow.
Wow.
So we get up to the clubhouse. We go inside. There's a bunch of people in there. Obviously, there's no power. There's no nothing. We're hanging out. I go back outside and I'm playing in the ash. I'm a 13-year-old kid. What the hell do I know?
Why aren't you guys driving like a bat out of hell to get out of there?
Well, we were trying to figure out what we were, what was what, where can we go? Are we going to be able to get out of here? So we hung out in the clubhouse. I don't know how long. I honestly couldn't say how long. It could have been 15 minutes, could have been an hour. And at some point, Dad went, we need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So we jumped back in the Pinto and headed out towards the highway. And got out there, and we're, it's dark, and we're, it's a snowstorm, but it's not white, it's gray.
Wow, just ash.
And
Crazy.
just as dark as it could be. So we're boogieing down the road. I'm not all that stressed out because I'm 13 and stupid.
Yeah.
This is kind of cool, but it's, it's a little scary, but not that big a deal. So we get down to one of the first bridges we come to. And there's cops there with lights on and everything else. And he stops us and says, okay, where'd you come from? Where are you going? Yes, it's the mountain. It blew bad. If you're going, get the hell out of here now and don't fricking stop for anything.
Wow.
So Dad said, yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
So
Your
we
dad says
boogied on down the road.
Your dad says, good, that was my plan. Yes, that's exactly my plan, officer.
Exactly.
No problem, officer. I'm getting the fuck out of here right now.
That was my intent, officer. So we get booking down the road. We finally get down to I-5, which is, oh God, what is this? It's probably not 50 miles, if it's that, down to I-5. And we get out there and it's still kind of hazy. And then we're headed back south. to get back to home because we lived in Kalama, and we finally drove out of the cloud, and the freeway now is at a complete dead stop.
Wow.
Like rush hour, like you've never seen rush hour. So now, now it's a beautiful sunny day. It's gorgeous. It's warm. Life is great. Well, we've got a little red Pinto that's got 2 feet of ash covering it. And we've got everybody on the freeway now coming from all directions. It was a big party on the freeway because everybody just stopped and everybody's out and everybody's looking at the clouds.
Yeah, you can see this thing for miles.
Yeah, because now we're on the back side of it. And so everybody's, out and running around and talking and bullshitting. And, next thing we know, we got people walking down with bags and cups. Hey, can we have some of the ash off your car? And we all kind of looked at each other and said, yeah, take all you want, but there's a lot more up there on the fucking mountain.
Guess what? You should tell them, yeah, there's more coming. Just wait. It's coming.
Yeah, just hang on a minute. It'll be here. Don't worry about it.
I got something for you. You want ash, you're going to get a lot. Hang on now. Wow. Jesus.
It was a very intense, and it took me 20 plus years before I went back up to that side of the mountain. And I don't want to say I was scared. It was just, I just didn't want to go back up there. It was just weird. And, and I've lived here in Washington my entire life. I've grown up on Mount St. Helens on the other side of the mountain, crawling in every hole and doing every damn thing and camping in every wide spot in the road that you can think of.
Right.
So going up to that side of the mountain again not for 20 plus years was kind of weird. And it was the first time I went by there, I went, that was a campground, and I just kept driving.
Huh.
It was like,
I don't
think I want to go in there right now.
I get that, though. I get that. Even though, you and your family got out, nobody died, but especially after you're growing up and probably the first year after it blew, all of the news coverage, all of the stories, the people that did die, all of the heroics that happened, all the stories that went along with that. Now it amplifies because you were there. You were part of it. You were one that survived, though. You weren't one of the tragic, accidents. You didn't have to race. You didn't have to play the hero. You didn't have to do any of those things. But man, that was just by luck. So everything you experienced up there, everybody went through. There's just a unique number of people on this planet that went through that experience firsthand. Probably I could count less than 70 that are still alive on the whole planet. You're one of them. That's a weird feeling to go back to the event. I mean, it was an event, but no matter what you say, it was life and death. It was huge. It's probably never going to happen in our lifetime again like that. Yeah, I'd be a little wary too. I don't know if I could go back. I don't know that I could. There'd be too much. There's too much there.
I really want to go back and when we did go back by there, the campground was still there. It was something different, but I really want to go back up there and drive through that campground and see if I can figure out what spot we were in, because it can't have changed, in 45 years, it can't have changed that much. If it's the same campground, the spots are all going to be in the same basic spot and everything else. Trees are going to grow up and bushes are going to be bigger, but whatever.
Well, but unless you said you're camping right on the bend of the river. Now, I'm not sure. I know St. Helens changed a lot of the geography of that area, but maybe you were far enough out that it didn't change the bend in the river. Maybe it didn't flood. If it didn't, you probably got a good shot at it.
Yeah, well, and that's kind of what I figured is that, I don't know how much debris came down that area. And like you said, I don't know how much it may or may not have changed, but it's definitely one of those things that kind of sticks with you forever.
Oh, and yeah.
It's even still to this day, recanting the story when I talk about, okay, we're driving from the campsite up to the lodge. I feel the car going through the ash. I can see when I said that cloud came across the treetops, I can remember standing there at 13 years old and looking up and going, wow.
Yep.
That's a really dark, really fast thundercloud. Oh shit, that's not a thundercloud.
Yeah. I would have been worried. First of all, if I was your dad, I wouldn't have hung out at the lodge. I probably would have driven there first, run inside and said, what's going on? But what if the road leading out, because I don't know, and I'm sure you probably didn't know at 13, what if the one road leading out kind of went back the wrong way for 3 miles as it goes around? You don't know where the roads go. You say this road leads directly out of here. Does it? Or does it wind around kind of towards Mount St. Helens before it actually picks up a big road and heads north and gets away? I would be worried that we may have to get closer to the problem before we could get out of there. I would have left sooner, not knowing, that's just me. But
and that's the thing. I don't remember. It felt like we were there for a little while, but I don't remember exactly whether it was 15 minutes Dad went, we're out of here, or whether we hung out in there for an hour trying to figure out what to do. And then Dad said, part of it I do not honestly remember. We could have been there 15 minutes and Dad said, shit, we're gone. For that exact reason.
Is your dad still alive? Your dad is, right?
He passed away in 2005.
Be sure nice to ask him that stuff. I mean, he probably has, as a dad perspective too. You got your wife, you got a kid, and you got to think about this stuff.
You got to make some decisions quickly.
You got to think. He probably remembers exactly what he was thinking at the time. Like, okay, I got to handle something here. You don't know, but that's too bad.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a question to ask. Did Mount St. Helens have any earthquakes prior to the?
It had a lot of
tons.
Well, it had
tons.
They were
tons
related to the
and
volcano.
tons of little earthquakes, little seismic activities, and they had areas that were closed. They had a red zone, and you couldn't be in this red zone because it was too close. And then I think they had a yellow zone, and we were outside of all those areas, but clearly not far enough.
Well, and I don't know which way you're asking this question, but there wasn't earthquakes because that's like a bunch of this was volcanic earthquake.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, there was lots of warning.
While he was camping, I was wondering, did they feel anything prior to the explosion?
No, not that I remember. It was just, and I honestly don't remember feeling any kind of an earthquake when we heard what we thought was the thunderclap.
Yeah.
It was just, we just heard this really, really big, imagine the biggest thunderstorm you've ever seen in your life.
Wow.
And heard, and then multiply that times 10.
Jeez.
It had to just been, right through your chest. That's how it had to have felt. Well,
yeah,
dude,
but we didn't see anything. We didn't feel anything that I can remember up to that point.
They had they've been monitoring this thing for over a year, and the last 3 or 4 months before it blew up, they had scientists all over this. They did, like he says, they did have a red zone and they had a yellow zone, but they were wrong on where it was going to blow, and they were wrong on how big of an area this needed to be cleared.
Interesting.
And
yes,
there were scientists that were in the places going, we're okay. And they were not. They were dead almost instantly. That's how wrong they were.
Yes.
But they were monitoring this with earthquakes and seismic. They knew this was going to blow. They just didn't know how big or when.
Wow. Crazy.
So one more fun fact, that free gift that my dad and stepmom got was a portable battery operated TV, radio, shortwave, weather station, all encompassing. It was about the size of, an old boom box from our day.
Yeah.
But it had a little like 4-inch TV screen on it. So when Dad passed away, it was still in the house. It still worked, and I threw it away because most of the knobs and shit were broken. But it would still turn on.
Man.
But it was in really, really, really rough shape. Dad used that thing for a long time.
That's cool.
I went, nope, this has got to go.
Well, hey man, I really, really, really super appreciate you letting us talk to you today. That's a cool story. Not even paranormal. It's just a badass story. I dig that. I'm not upset at all that we talked to you. That was a great story. You didn't miss a beat on it. You left everything in, didn't leave anything out, which is what made it a good story. You really just got everybody glued to their radio for a little while. Thank you for letting us call you.
Well, And that's what I told Shy. I said, this is, it's not a paranormal story. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's a story for one of those nights when you're looking for something and you don't know what it is. Just call me. I got a story for you that'll probably be at least a little bit entertaining for a little while.
That's why Shy is such a good producer, because she recognized this would be good. She knew. She's like, yeah, you could do this. She's got that down. So that was a good thing. Hey, I'm going to move on, but thank you very, very, very much for letting us call you in tonight. That was a great story, and I really appreciate you sharing it with us.
No worries. Anytime. I've always got a voice to say something right, wrong, or otherwise.
There we go. My man.
Thank you so much.
We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Yep. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
That was a great story.
Those are cool.
That was a great story. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That was, you didn't have to be paranormal and nothing like that. It was just a great fucking story, man. That was good stuff. Now, you got Easton, if he's not, Easton probably had to go to bed, but if Easton, nephew, still listening, he's like, oh, that was a cool story. I want to go to Mount St. Helens. Dad, can we go to Mount St. Helens and see the big hole in the side of the hill? Hey, you want to go see that?
I think his dad was like 2 when it blew.
Yeah, or 0.
No, I think he was born in like 82, his dad.
Oh, so he would have been 2.
So I think he was about 80. Yeah. My brother probably, Sun Valley Fox would probably remember.
Yeah, well, he was still living in the valley back then.
Yeah.
And that was before he moved.
Yeah.
All right, so, while he's talking, I pulled up a map of Mount St. Helens, and I was looking at the campgrounds.
So did Shy. Shy's been posting stuff and commenting.
And the north side, how it blew in the road that maybe he took out of there. I think there's really only one. There's one main road close to it. I don't know. I wanted a visual, while he was talking. I wanted to kind of look. So I'm listening and I'm looking. I'm going, man.
So did everybody else in the chat. They were pulling it up. Thank you, Google.
All right. So let's see here. We got some. As we started, when I had my young son 12 years ago. Anyways, I'm reading something from Sweets. Just came through here. I'm reading.
Sweets left.
How do you know?
Because she said she was leaving. She said the chat.
Oh.
She had kind of an emergency that happened, so she had to go.
Oh, well, then I'm not going to read what Sweets wrote me in the shop phone.
Shy is going to follow up with her.
805-460-5603. 805-460-5603. If you have a story, just text the phone and let us know your name and what kind of your story was. You can just do it in a sentence, and then we'll get our producer in touch with you, and we'll set you up for a phone call. All right. One more call.
One thing, Danny H is sparking little conspiracy theories on YouTube chat.
When doesn't he?
I know. What if aliens caused the explosion?
Why?
I don't know. That's what he said.
Why would they do that?
Then Noel said that there's a conspiracy theory that when it blew, there were lots of Bigfoot carcasses found.
Oh, stop. Come on. What the Bigfoot dudes wouldn't know the mountain's going to blow? They're fucking like Indians. They're one in tune with the land. They know. Indians got out of there before it blew. Bigfoot packed his shit and got his family out of there. There's Bigfoot carcass. No, there's not. There was no Bigfoot carcass. Shut the fuck up. Oh, my God.
Oh, come on.
It's true. Come on. You just give me this shit. I do want to talk about, at some point, the aliens that live under Mount Shasta. There is some heavy, heavy, heavy evidence of something under Shasta. And it can only be aliens or a military government secret. But why would you build tunnels under Shasta that's hard to get to? It's cold. You wouldn't go there.
For that reason, nobody would visit.
You pick someplace else. Go out in the middle of South Dakota and build something out there where nobody is. There's lots of people around Shasta. If you're trying to hide some shit, either the government is really fucking dumb and they built a big facility right where everybody is, or the aliens are really fucking dumb and they built something right where everybody is.
You know what I've learned in all my years of being a mom?
What's that?
The best thing to hide is right in front of everybody's eyes because nobody notices. I put Christmas presents in a closet right in front of everybody and nobody sees it. Everybody walks right by.
Really?
Nobody pays attention.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So that's...
I'm going to have to rethink my life.
What about the stuff under the Denver airport, Shai says? There's some interesting things about that.
I've been under the Denver airport.
When?
I flew in there and took a shuttle all the way under the runway from one side of the airport to the other.
That's not what the conspiracy theory is.
I have been under the Denver airport, so don't say I haven't.
Because I
so
dragged your ass through it.
You weren't even there.
Oh, not that time.
Yeah. So shut your cake hole. Shut your pie hole. All right.
Again, the general wants to talk to some flat earthers. If anybody's a flat earther.
I would love to listen to someone tell me why the earth is flat. I would love for someone to convince me why. You know why? You know why that's never going to happen? Ever? Because every person who's a flat earther, and you guys, when I say this, you're going to go, holy shit, the general's right. Every flat earther that comes up in contact with you and you go, you believe in flat earth? Like, yeah, I do. And I believe in a round earth. What do they always say? What's a flat earther always say? Prove to me the earth is round. And from that minute, we are discussing how the earth is round. That's the first thing a flat earther will do is put it off on you. They never say, I have 15 reasons why I know the earth is flat. No, they don't. They always go, well, why don't you tell me why it's round? Go ahead, tough guy, tell me why it's round. Then you say, well, you can see a boat coming over the horizon. You can see things moving. And they have a dumb, stupid answer for all your shit. And all of a sudden, one time I went, wait a minute, why am I defending the earth being round? Because that's what, and then the next flat earther I came in contact with, months later, he goes, well, why don't you prove the earth is round? I go, fuck you. You're the one who's wrong here. Why don't you prove the earth is flat? And, they did not like that. The very first thing any flat earther will do is turn it around and listen to you talk for an hour on how the earth is round.
Now nobody's calling you.
Yeah, they won't. That's why I said no one's going to call, because they're going to go, well, General, why don't we start off by, why don't you prove the earth is round? And I'd start off with, fuck you, it's my show. You're the idiot. You prove that the earth is flat. Let's hear that, because there's nothing you can do. It's all dumb. It's really fucking dumb. So anyway, just so you guys know. But that, you know what? I just gave that to all of you for free. When you bump into a flat earther at the grocery store, you know what to look for. They're going to get you explaining stuff instead of them doing it like they should be. So just be aware of that. You're welcome,
right.
America and Denmark. You guys get that one for free. All right. Now, we do have a friend of mine who'd like us to call.
Okay.
Ian Porteus on Facebook. He's known as Loud One. Everywhere else, he's been a friend of the program for a long time.
He's got some crazy shit.
He's got some really crazy shit, but we have a problem.
What's that?
He can't speak English.
He just has to slow down.
He can't speak English.
Yes, he can.
No, he can't.
Australian English.
That's
Tasmanian English.
Tasmanian English is almost English. So the only concern I have is I'll put him on the air. I love this guy. We're friends. But the audience may completely hang up. All of a sudden, the chat room's going to get real busy because people are going to be going, so what kind of pizza did you have tonight? Well, yeah, I had anchovies on mine, because you can't hear what he's saying. So
you know what? Just drink a couple shots really quickly and it'll be clear.
you know what? I wish I had one more of those. I
have one.
You gave me those stupid Yorba Linda things that have no caffeine in, or like caffeine, but I got to drink 40 ounces to get it in me. That had a little bit less caffeine. What is that thing? Tell everybody what that is.
It's a Starbucks espresso, cold.
Yeah, in a can.
In a can.
Which I hate coffee. I hate Starbucks. They can all burn to shit for all they care.
I have 3 more.
But that's a little can, and I downed it really quick.
Yes, you did.
And so I got all that caffeine. I didn't have to drink 40 ounces.
And are you wired now? You're going to be up till tonight.
I'm not wired, but I feel like, okay, I'm a little bit more. This is the most awake I've been all day.
You want another one?
Yes, please.
Unbelievable. I won't see you till tomorrow morning.
Take your headphones off.
And we have a podcast.
I'm ready, baby. I'll stay up all night and just do the podcast. These things, I hate Starbucks. I would never buy Starbucks. I would never pay for Starbucks. We've tried different espressos because Dr. McDreamy cut out my 5 hours. I can no longer have 5-hour energies, which I relied on 2 a day, 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening. And Dr. McDreamy goes, how long have you been fucking drinking these things? And I said, when were they invented? Because that's when I started drinking them, when they first came out. I would take a 5-hour. I buy these things by the pallet. Yeah, by the pallet. Those of you that have been in the KGXD studios down in Southern California, those of you that have been in the KGX studios up in the Loop studios or in the Foxhole, you guys know that at any given time, I got a pocket full of these things ready to go. But now I don't, and I'm really feeling it. I have no energy, no nothing. So we've been trying to find different caffeine substitutes. Nothing fucking works. And I hate coffee, so that makes it difficult. But for the first time, she gave me one of these stupid things. I downed it, and it's only 6 ounces. and I downed that thing, and I'm actually feeling kind of awake. Now, you're going to have to take over the show while I drink this. You got to.
Danny, get ready for an audio swipe.
I am.
He has a new sound when he drinks this.
That is so uncool. Why would you do that? Why would you?
I'm just preparing him to get ready.
I was going to turn down my microphone.
No, you should do it.
All right, you talk, I drink.
Go ahead. Here he goes. Oh, no, I want sound. Come on.
There's no sound yet. You can't have dead air.
I'm not going to give dead air. I'm just waiting. I can't see over your thing to see.
My thing does get in the way, doesn't it? You can't see
Your
over my
computer.
thing.
You know what? Just drink
I
your
can't
Starbucks and shut up.
You know what? You're not the first girl that said I can't see over your thing.
Oh,
I know.
please.
I get that a lot. Don't worry.
Oh, my God. Let's go. I want to hear it. Come on.
Oh, that is so gross.
Oh. Wish you could see the face with it.
All right, it's gone. That's horrible. How does anybody? That is just gross. That is really fucking gross.
I could really say something raunchy right now, but I'm trying to keep it to myself.
I don't even want to hear you say it.
You've had worse
what?
in your mouth.
Now, see, you had to say that, right?
Oh.
I know exactly who you're talking about. I mean, what you're talking about, too.
Brings back bad memories, huh?
All right. So now let's give Ian a call here. Let's see if my producer put his phone number in here, and she did not. No phone number for
You
Ian.
have his number.
Not on this phone.
I find that
Oh.
hard to believe.
Well, how would I know? Did you?
You don't know where contacts are?
So that's if you put him in here. You're in charge of the contacts. Did you actually put his name in here? Let's find out.
Find out.
Find out.
Man, the Starbucks just made him really grumpy.
I'm not grumpy. I'm a realist.
Oh, Lord.
Let's see if it's under loud one.
He's going to be up. You're probably going to stay in Discord, hang out in Discord.
That's not his number. That's an 8.
Give it to me and I will plug it in while you're talking.
It's an 85. It's a 903 number.
No
His
shit,
number.
Sherlock.
Yeah, it is no shit. I know what I'm talking about.
Do you? Do you? Hey, no dead air.
Had to plug the laptop in. I want to make sure the laptop stays charged. The CDL's humming away here, baby. CDL's humming away.
You can't have dead air.
I'm not having dead air. I'm just waiting for my staff to get my
Look
phone
at, he
back
even
in.
texted you himself.
Oh, I'm far out. Okay, so so did you put it in here or do I go to the text? I'll go to the text. There's Sweets who says you're not here. Kevin Grimes chimed in on the shop phone, says the earth can't be flat. Cats would have put every coffee cup over the edge by now. That's probably true. The earth can't be flat, or kitty cats would have pushed everyone's coffee off the edge of the table by now. I believe that. So
Problem solved.
Problem solved. Kevin Grimes. Now, Kevin Grimes coming through with the scientific proof that we're all looking for.
Yep, we just found the proof.
When you want to debunk something like that, all you got to do is check with Kevin Grimes.
Could you
He got
stop playing footsie under the table with
your
me?
feet are all the way on my side. You realize that?
Bullshit. You know,
You
keep your
realize
feet
that, right?
to yourself.
Okay, you got one rule in the studio. Okay, keep the talent happy.
Oh, God.
Okay.
That would be me.
Yep. All right, let's call Ian right now. Ian Porteus on Facebook, Loud One everywhere else. He's been a friend of the program for years and years and years. Let's dialing his number. Let's see if we can get him in here.
Good day.
Stop playing footsies under the table.
I'm not. She's fucking with me on purpose just to see what's going on here. All right, now listen.
Well, someone's got to.
You got a bunch of stories, but I only got time for one tonight. So why don't you pick one and just, Ian, give everybody some good background. Tell us about what year your story takes place. Make sure you tell us how old you were. And maybe give us the key players involved. You can talk slow. The floor is yours, my friend.
We'll start with a very easy one. So to give people a bit of an idea, so my mother was a clairvoyant, and she was actually one of Australia's leading clairvoyants.
Really?
So I grew up in a household with crystal balls and tarot cards, and early on there were seances and all sorts of stuff. So we'll start with one of those ones.
Hold on 1 second. I just want to say, I want to say something, interject before we go. Brother, that explains a lot about you. I'm going to take back some of the things I said about you now because now I get it.
Never a dull moment.
We already knew that I was weird, so just get over it.
All right, go ahead, sir.
So one of the things that my mum used to do, she didn't do it willingly. It just kind of happened. But there was, I'm guessing everyone has seen the movie Ghost,
Yes.
where spirits actually go into a body and talk. Well, my mum used to be able to do that. And I remember plenty of times sitting there at the table late at night, in my early teens, being a rough young teenager, getting into trouble all the time, sitting there at the table. Mum's been telling me off for half the night, and she would just go to sleep sitting at the table. And then she'd get this little grin on her face, and her hands would clasp around the coffee cup, and her voice and not her face in general, but you could see that her face would change, and her voice would change, and a lady would start talking, and her name was Ingrid. And Ingrid was from the early 1700s in Amsterdam.
Whoa.
And would sit there and actually tell me off for the shit that I was doing.
Whoa. Did your mother's voice change a lot when she did that?
Yeah, it completely changed. It was not my mum talking. The voice was completely different, full-blown accent that came with it. And the way that she held her hands too was like she had arthritis in her fingers because she couldn't hold the cup properly, which is why she would move her hands around the cup. And my mum didn't have arthritis.
Oh, wow. So there's like physical attributes that go along with this too then, and you saw it.
Yeah, saw it many, many times. Like, it didn't happen just once or twice. Like, this happened on a regular basis.
But if
my mum would just be sitting there at the table drinking coffee and just go to sleep.
If your mom was one of the more prominent clairvoyants in Australia, there had to be people traveling from all over the place to talk to her to try to get some help with some things.
There was. People used to come down, like, when Mum was alive, she lived in Tasmania, and she had a little stall that she would set up at Salamanca Market, and she would do readings for basically anybody and do it for next to nothing because she made money from the ones that would fly in from all over the country.
Right.
But all she wanted to do was help anyone possible.
Wow.
That was her mission. Like, early on, she was an alcoholic. She gave up drinking and completely turned her life around and just wanted to help as many people as possible.
I think Ian's going to be another go-to, like, on episodes, we can call him up and go, give us another one. Give us another story. Because, there's some of those stories you got, they can take some time, to tell you the details, to give you, so he can paint the image of what he was witnessing, what he saw.
Yeah. Did you have like long conversations with this Ingrid?
Yep. Very long conversations. Like, there were nights where she would sit there and tell me the things that I had done that week that I was in major trouble for. And she'd be telling me off for an hour and then just sit there and go, okay, so now explain why you did it.
Oh.
And
wow.
And most of the time it was me just being a teenager and rebelling. And they're like, you need to start paying attention. You're not here for this shit.
Interesting.
Wow.
And it was literally belittling me like a teacher.
Huh. What about when your mom woke up? Did she remember any of this, or did you tell her?
Not a word. I'd tell her. She would know that Ingrid had been there because the way Mum described it was she would go to sleep and leave her body and see her coming down.
Wow.
So she would know that the two was that was what was happening.
Kind of like they're changing places.
While she was gone.
Yeah, kind of like
much.
Yeah, that's that. If you pull out and watch somebody else, kind of the spirit go, you're kind of changing places. You're watching it happen.
Yep.
But your
and
mom.
The one thing that I asked Ingrid a couple of questions, and one of the things that she always she told me was that there's a rule in place that they are not allowed to open their eyes, because if they open their eyes, they actually take possession of the body.
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's a little creepy.
So you never actually looked at them, like you're not looking at them, but you're looking at them, if it makes sense. Like you know it's somebody else there.
Sure.
Not the person you know.
Your mom at some point your mother had to accept this, not be afraid of it, and kind of it's more of a willing participant.
She wasn't afraid of it.
Right.
My mum wasn't afraid by it by any means. So my mum passed away when she was 46, and from what we've been able to ascertain, this is actually what happened when she passed away. She had left her body, and the connection to her body got severed. So they had to shut her body down, and that's how she died.
So what was listed as the cause of death then?
She had a heart attack brought on by an asthma attack
At 46.
at 46.
Come on. I'm leaning towards the ghost story now because it's not. I mean, if she'd have been 86, I would have said, "Well, that just happens," but not at 46. That's pretty uncommon. There had to be
very
something
uncommon.
else going on there.
Interesting.
I went and saw a couple of Mum's friends because she knew a lot of other clairvoyants, and I was very particular about people that I would talk to when it came to Mum.
Right.
And we were there. They did a reading, and because I had specific questions, and that was the explanation that we got.
Interesting.
Wow.
It was a wild time.
Sounds like it.
Well, Ian, I'm going to stop here with you. I'm going to keep you. I got your number. I'll, of course, make sure that you're
You
not
sure
on the
you
road.
got it this time?
I've got it. I got it this time. It's in the goddamn phone. But I will make sure that you're not driving on the road. I mean, if I think we're going to do a show and I'm going to call you for something, I'll give you the heads up and ask for your permission to make sure you're going to be available. But man, I really appreciate you sharing that.
You could always call me even if I'm driving, brother.
That's a great opening line. I mean, that's a great story to start with because everything else would build on that. That was great. I'm so glad you shared that because now we got that off the record and we can do this again and we can pick up right where we left off, all the regulars. Ian, thanks for letting us call you,
I
buddy.
got a lot for you.
I appreciate you,
No
my
worries,
man.
brother.
We'll
Love
talk
talking
again
to you,
soon.
man.
Talk to you soon.
Good night.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
I'm going to tip this bus off the bridge.
All right, brother. We'll talk soon.
Righto.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That was a good intro story.
I told you.
And he's very casually like, you know what? Ian tells that story very matter of fact. Like, I'm just telling you how it was. He's not embellishing. He's not adding anything. He's like, I was a kid. I was standing there. This is what happened. I mean, that's a great story. If she was one of the more prominent clairvoyants in Australia too, you know that there was thousands of people trying to get to her for answers for help.
Yeah, for sure.
And that girl's name was Ingrid
Yes.
from Amsterdam.
In the 1700s.
How did she travel to Australia?
I don't know. She
Or did
found
it-
a body.
Did it take 300 years to float that far? Because that's a long way to go. You get tired as a ghost.
I don't know.
Where's your ass out? All right, listen, ladies and gentlemen, we have to go. Thank you for being part of the show tonight, all of the callers. Thank you for the audience for listening in. We had it up on X, Rumble, and on YouTube, but primarily on kgxtradio.com with Gen X Mom covering the chat room in Discord. Discord's KGXT chat room. We're going to get out of here. We're going to leave you guys for a little bit. We did a little over an hour, even though it was tough. We did a little over an hour. Hopefully everybody could hear the callers. Remember last week they couldn't hear the callers on YouTube, but they could hear the callers everywhere else. I don't know what was going on with Streamlabs, but that was on them, not me. 1, 2, 3 tag, not it. I didn't do it. The fucking trippy pineapple. Listen, say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Not sure where you're listening in from around the planet, AM, FM, Sirius XM, or perhaps you tuned in on the Armed Service Radio Network. Remember 2 things in life. Number 1, wherever you go, there you are. And number 2, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. I'm out, baby.
Bye, everyone.